Here's the final thought I want to present to you here tonight, which is, apropos of the varied reactions that Pope Francis has elicited, and apropos of trying to foster unity in the church, I think Francis will do what he can, but I think all of us could also help him out if we try to do what we can in our own spheres of influence to foster an appreciative and unified response to the new impulses that Francis is unleashing. Here's my premise, okay? And on this point, I speak tonight as a media professional, okay? I will tell you for sure that in the global media culture, Francis has absolutely changed the narrative about the Catholic Church. Prior to March 13th, the dominant media narratives about the Catholic Church were sex abuse crisis and Vatican meltdowns and bruising political controversies, and while none of those things have gone away, today the dominant narrative in the global media about the Catholic Church is rock star Pope takes world by storm. Okay? Now, we are, as Catholics, theoretically committed to evangelization. Under both John Paul II and Benedict XVI, the new evangelization emerged as the highest internal priority of the Catholic Church. Okay? I would submit to you that Pope Francis represents a historically unique and precious evangelical calling card. Basically speaking, what Francis represents is an opportunity to reintroduce an often jaded and cynical secular world, a wide swath of which had tuned out the Catholic Church a long time ago, to reintroduce that element of the culture in a positive key to the Catholic message. And so the question is, how do we best take advantage of that? Well, I can tell you one good way not to take advantage of that is by allowing the momentum generated by Francis to be sucked into the internal tribal rivalries of the Catholic Church that often represent us at our most disedifying and distressing. Okay? There's an old joke that kind of makes the point. I don't know if you all have heard this, but the joke goes like this. There's a dad who was sitting in his living room, okay, and he hears a ruckus upstairs, okay? So he walks up the stairs, and he finds his kids sitting in a circle in folding chairs, screaming their lungs out at each other, okay? Like, you know, you're an idiot. No, you're completely wrong, and I can prove it, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And so the dad says, well, what in the world is going on here? And one of the kids looks up and says, oh, don't worry, Dad. We're just playing church. Okay? You know, which sort of tweaks the fact that religion, I suppose because it speaks to the deepest passions of the human soul and all that, I mean, often religion seems to breed division almost as reliably as it does devotion, right? And we in the Catholic world are no, strangers to that dynamic. Well, here's the thought I want to leave you with, ladies and gentlemen. I would invite you to resist the temptation to play church with Pope Francis. Okay? By that I mean, if those who are most enthusiastic about this Pope can resist the temptation to use his words and deeds as a club to beat up on others in the church they don't like, okay? And if those who are most ambivalent about this Pope can resist the temptation of a rush to judgment and instead wait to see how this plays out before they draw conclusions about what it all means, then I think we may be positioned to take maximum advantage of the absolutely unparalleled missionary opportunity that the cachet of this Pope represents. Because what we don't want is for the personal popularity of Pope Francis to remain just an artifact of pop culture. We want that to be an invitation to faith. And I guarantee you, folks, we now have the attention of the world. But if what they see when they look in on the Catholic Church is a bunch of people squabbling over what the Pope means and where he's going, that is not an evangelically attractive image to project. If instead what they see is a community united to try to take advantage of the Pope's emphasis on leadership as service, on the social gospel, and on mercy as a core spiritual principle, if they see a community genuinely committed to that and enthused to carry forward that project in the postmodern world, then I think we stand a decent chance of being a missionarily and evangelically effective agent in the lifestyle smorgasbord of the postmodern world. And I will tell you that spirit of unity and avoiding the one-way street, the blind alley of playing church with the Pope, that, ladies and gentlemen, is a winning strategy for the pastoral life of the church in the 21st century, every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Boston College. Go Sox!